If you only knew what I was looking at, people, if you only knew. Good afternoon, fans. I just want to apologize that I went live just a little late due to the fact is that my computer decided to update. I am so sorry, people, but I'm here and we're going to go through what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. You're going to start off with Rampage, not Rampage, SmackDown Rampage. You're going to be a little bit more of me every week, but it is what it is, and you're basically going to get more of me. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story here while I'm getting the link up and everything like that for Twitter and everything. Today has been a crazy day. I am legitimately going all over the place. Going out tonight. I had my son's graduation tonight. Today he graduated from high school. He's a senior. Okay, how is this? How did this happen? So he graduated, and I'm so happy for him, and I'm so proud of him as a happy, proud mama bear. I am so beyond proud and beyond ecstatic for this. It's something that I got to get used to. My son is a high school graduate. So then this weekend is going to be a little nuts because I am after tonight, tomorrow, I have to go visit my son again. I'm going to get to see him twice. I have to leave early to go come home, take a shower, and then head back out because I got to go to a graduation party tomorrow night. Then I have Father's Day, and then I'm going to fucking have like, ay, ay, ay. I'm exhausted. Thankfully, there's no wrestling this weekend because let me tell you something. If there was any wrestling, that would have been taking the back seat. I am telling you not. Oh my God. Seriously. I So, yeah, so we're going to be doing that, and then Father's Day, and then next week is going to be pretty tame, and then before I know it, it's going to be um, Forbidden Door. We're going to be doing Money in the Bank. It's going to be crazy this summer. There's going to be so much wrestling that let me tell you, people. If you complain there's nothing on with wrestling, I'm going to freaking throttle you. Okay, please. I don't need any more wrestling. All right. I have had enough of it. Okay. I've had it so much that I really would like to go back to when I was 12 years old and tell the 12-year-old to shut the fuck up because there was a WrestleMania all day thing. And of course, I got it. Okay. I'm the princess. I get what I want. So I got it and I watched it. I said, this would be great to have a 24/7 channel or, wrestling 24/7. I know I'm going to shoot myself. Seriously. I'm legitimately wanting to cut my own tongue out at this point because I fucking put this in the fucking universe and I fucking foresaw it and I was like Nostradamus. Jesus Christ. So, but anywho, um, it's just been really cool. I've had a little bit of a setback in my life, but whatever comes as setback is going to be a comeback. So tonight's my comeback. I'm going out. I'm having a good time, and that's it. And for the person who did what they did to me, you know what? I cannot wait until like things just even out, because if I know what's going to happen, I cannot wait to share it with this person and fucking rub it in their face. Because let me tell you something, when they fucking just completely turn their backs on me, it's their loss, because I know I'm a good person and I know I'm a kind person and I know that I'm a kick-ass mom. I'm a kick-ass person. Everybody loves me and they just want to be around me because I exude confidence now. I can't change my body type overnight. I'm trying very slowly. I'm trying. It's not going to come off tomorrow, but I'm getting healthier choices. So hopefully that'll be less of me. You know, I feel like there's less of me now, so it is what it is. All right. Please, this weekend is Father's Day. You don't have to not go get uh have anything to give your father when you go and visit him. Do me a favor. Go check out the people over at Harry's.com. Visit their website for all your shaving and toiletry essentials. And if you can't get the actual product, do yourself a favor. Print out a piece of paper that says order is coming and everything. You put it in an envelope and say, hey, I'm giving you a shaving subscription for Father's Day or your birthday or whatever the case may be. So you could do it that way. So there's no excuses not to get a gift. You could do the same with Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. If you have a beard, these are the people that will take care of you. Also, please do me a favor and go check out the people over at Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. If you like uh, to save the earth and be, plastic friendly and everything like that, they all come in cans. They have mountain water, unflavored sparkling water. Also, they have flavored sparkling water, and now iced tea. So they're great mixers. They'll be perfect for mixing drinks this weekend. They'll be light, airy, and I don't know if it's going to be that warm out. So, you can drink it alone. You can put a little vodka, whatever you want. Please go do me that favor and go check them out. Please also go check out the people over at Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. You can buy it in the store if you want to give them a subscription. Again, you take the fucking invoice, say, hey, it's going to be delivered on this day and whatnot. This is your coffee, and you're going to get all, and you can get charts and bags and accessories and stuff like that for your coffee experience. Please do me also the favor and please go check out tonight on Premiere HOG Wrestling. They're having their next event, so go check that out. And that is that. So we're gonna start right into Dynamite. No, not into Dynamite. We're gonna start right into SmackDown. Then we're going to Rampage. Then we're gonna go to Raw, then Dynamite. Way it's going to work next week, it's going to work that it's going to go start off with SmackDown, Rampage, Collision, Raw, and Dynamite. So you're going to have it in that order. Speaking in order and everything like that, please go check my social media out on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, all Mel's Mat Chat. Please also go check me out on Facebook. Also, please, if you're here, like, share, subscribe, and turn on my bell for all notifications. So when I go live, you'll know about it. Please turn on that bell for notifications. Okay, let's get this started because I have a lot going on and I want to, get this going so I can go and take a shower, and because I got to leave like legitimately right after I finish getting dressed because I have to be at a restaurant at 6 o'clock. So Dynamite. Dynamite was not Dynamite. Smack. Oh shit! I'm completely kerfuffled today. Thank you. So I do not understand why this is not working today. Of course. So last week they in SmackDown, there was a lot of decision making and a lot of so last week they had the following events of last week that saw Roman Reigns exile Jimmy Uso from the Bloodline. WWE has promoted the Usos heavily for tonight's show. They show where they have hyped up how Jay Uso will react. Also for tonight, the four Money in the Bank qualifying matches, from each, two from the men and women respectively. We had Santos Escobar versus Mustafa Ali, Butch versus Baron Corbin, Shotzi versus Io Sky, and Bailey versus Mia Yim. It should be interesting. And it was. It was very interesting. SmackDown kicked off with Solo Sequoia and Paul Heyman in the ring. As Heyman is introducing himself, he is cut from the Usos' music, and out comes Jay Uso down to the ring. The crowd loudly chants Uso as Jay begins to speak. Jay screams at so saying he's let a lot of things slide but betrayed their older brother. He's something brother is something that he won't stand for. Heyman tells Jay it's nobody's fault except for Jimmy. Heyman says Jimmy made up his own mind for not just for himself but for Jay. Heyman steps closer to Jay and tells Jay that Jimmy has always resented Jay for the fact that Roman Reigns wants to groom Jay as the right hand man to be the next tribal chief. Heyman tells Jay that that's his destiny, and it's never going to be Jimmy. And Jimmy always knew that, and he resented Jay ever since. So Heyman says he proved the truth to Jay tonight. Heyman says he's got a match scheduled for Jay. Heyman says Jay will bring championship gold back to the bloodline, but not tag team because they are no longer a tag team. No longer there is no longer a team named the Usos. Heyman says that Jay will defeat Austin Theory to become the new United States champion tonight, and that Jay Uso's path to becoming the next tribal chief starts tonight. Interesting, don't you think? So we had Heyman tells Jay that he needs Jay's answer right now. Jay says he'll take Heyman up on the challenge. Heyman extends his hand after a long pause, and the crowd chants no. Jay tells Heyman that he'll get back to him on that. Jay leaves the ring, and Heyman looks disgusted. So then Michael Cole on commentary informs us that tonight, current Raw Women's Champion Asuka will be presented with the new WWE Women's Championship belt. It was the Undisputed Championship. I think they should have just said Women's Universal Champion. It would have made it a whole lot easier. Then there wouldn't have been issues. So our first match for I believe, the Money in the Bank qualifying match, Santos Escobar versus Mustafa Ali. LA Knight goes out to the ring to do some commentary, and I love him on commentary. He is amazing. So the bell rings and the match begins with Escobar hitting right hand and then a knife edge chop. Escobar ducks a lariat and hits a shoulder tackle. Ali hits a hurricanrana and sends Escobar outside the ring. Escobar drags Ali out of the ring and the two trade strikes. Escobar hits an enziguri and then Ali and Escobar fight it out on the apron. Escobar hits a hurricanrana off the ring apron to the floor. Back in the ring, Escobar covers for a two. Ali rolls out of the ring. Escobar hits a tope suicida. Escobar then hits a flying crossbody to Ali outside the ring. We go to commercial break. Our opening match continues with Escobar climbing the ropes to meet Ali on the top rope. Escobar hits a punch and Ali falls back and flips through the land on his feet. Escobar goes for a dive, but Ali counters with a drop kick. Ali goes for a uh, 450 splash, but Escobar rolls out of the ring. Escobar throws Ali to the turnbuckle, and Escobar hits a poison rana and covers for a two. Escobar hits a double knee strike in the corner. Ali hits a tornado DDT from the top rope. Ali goes up top, but Escobar runs up to grab Ali on his shoulders. Escobar hits a phantom driver off the top rope and covers for a three to conclude a phenomenal opening match. Winner Santos Escobar. So he joins his fellow LWO mate, which is Selena Vega. And I want to let you in on a little secret. So remember when we had Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley? Well, on Collision this week coming up, we're going to have Buddy Matthews versus Andrade El Idolo, and it's going to be hilarious. I can't even watch it. I don't want to watch it. So, anywho, let's move on. Backstage, we have Sami Zayn walks up to Jey Uso. Zayn says that the time that they had together in the Bloodline were some of the best times of his career. Zayn says that he did everything he could to keep the family together, just like Jey. Zayn says nothing he ever did was good enough. He kept having his loyalty until he was forced to go against his brother, just like what's happening to Jey. Zayn tells Jey to listen to his heart and not what is being put in his ear. Jey looks distressed and leaves without saying a word to Zayn. And I see the fucking clip. I'm going to tell you, I've seen the fucking clip, and I'm not kidding you. It's hilarious. Fucking Jey Uso tried he's like, again, you're going to give me this guy? I got to fucking do a promo with this guy? You know how this ends. You know how he's going to fucking make me lose my cool here and break character. And I'm not joking. Seriously. If I were to get my like notes or like my direction for the week and says I'm doing a promo with fucking Sami Zayn, I'd be like, you fucking, are you ribbing me? No, we're not. I'm like, do you understand that this is not going to end well for me? Because he's going to fucking make me laugh. And I can't keep a straight face. If you're going to fucking try to get me to laugh, you get a little bit, you're going to fucking make me fucking go on the ground and laugh my ass off. Seriously. We go to commercial break. SmackDown returns with Kayla Braxton introducing the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, who make their way out to the ring. Braxton welcomes the team to SmackDown and is immediately interrupted by Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler coming out to the ring. Baszler says that she is the reason that the NXT Women's Tag Team titles were even created, and those titles are hers. Rousey says that they have run through the division so fast that they're going to be hungry soon, and that the division isn't big enough for both teams. Well, son of a bitch and asshole Vince McMahon, you take the titles and you fucking goddamn either A, you give them, you make it. Where the fuck is the Dusty Classic? Where is the Dusty Rhodes Classic? We didn't get it during WrestleMania. Where is it? Are we going to have it during SummerSlam? That's the only thing. You take the titles off Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, right? You give them a number one contendership. You actually put those fucking titles on them. You take those titles and you bring them back down to NXT, and those are the prize for the Dusty Rhodes Classic for the women's side of the thing. Very fucking simple. I don't understand this. And if they said that they're gonna merge it, we're gonna have brand new titles. We're gonna have brand new titles all around. We need new titles. We need to now set a precedent. Endeavor now is going to own WWE. We need to have brand new everything. Okay? And if you guys don't like it, tough fucking shit. And Rousey says they're going to run so fast that they're going to get hungry soon, and that the division isn't big enough for both of them. Dawn laughs, and Rousey and Fire they accept, and then Fire and Dawn both throw punches as a brawl breaks out. Dawn hits Baszler in the side of the head with a kick. Fire suplexes Baszler, and Dawn follows with a running knee strike. Rousey drags Baszler out of the ring, and as Dawn and Fire look strong. We then cut to Michael Cole and Wade Barrett introducing a tribute to the Iron Sheik. God rest his. Again, I want to shout out to the Iron Sheik and the condolences to his family, which we lost him last week. After the touching tribute fitting for a legend, Bayley makes her way out to the ring for another Money in the Bank qualifying match. So she's taking on Mia Yim. The match begins with Bayley throwing a shirt in Yim's face to gain an early advantage. Bayley taunts AJ Styles on commentary, and Minchin hits a tope suicida. Back in the ring, Minchin hits a series of punches on the mat. Minchin ducks a lariat and hits a Hurricane Rana. Minchin hits a DDT and covers for a 2 count. Minchin hits a big boot. Bayley grabs Minchin by the hair and slams her onto the mat. Bayley then hits a rose plant, covers for 3, winner Bayley. This is where it gets interesting, and this is why they're going to have a match tonight. We're going to have AJ Styles with Mia Yim versus Scarlett and Karrion Kross. After the match, Scarlett approaches AJ Styles on commentary. Scarlett throws a red powder, which now we are dubbing it Scarlet Fever. Go with it. I don't make this shit up, okay? Into Styles' eyes, out from the crowd, Karrion Kross locks in the Styles in the cross jacket, and that takes Styles out. Backstage, Bianca Belair approaches Adam Pearce backstage. Pearce tells Belair that he has a lot to take care of for tonight, so he asks Belair to leave Asuka alone for just tonight and not to interrupt Asuka's championship presentation. After Pearce tells her that she's next in line for a title shot, Belair agrees to leave Asuka alone tonight. So, peace. As we think it's going to be peace, because let me tell you something. I don't have time to rant on this, but I'm going to give you my fucking 2 cents on this. Because I am pissed. I'm like, you ever get so pissed that your throat hurts? Well, when I seen, my throat hurt. And not for a good reason either. Not for a good reason. So we go to commercial break. SmackDown returns with AJ Styles and the rest of OC backstage. Styles is visibly in pain from the attack and screams that he wants Kross. Adam Pearce is in the ring and we're ready for our championship presentation. Pearce introduced Asuka, who comes into the ring. Pearce then presents the new WWE Championship, and it's the same as Reigns' new title, but with a white strap. Make of that all you will. We could have clocked it with a fucking egg timer. I am telling you, she's not going to win the night before Money in the Bank. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen, people. She's going to lose, and then all of a sudden, she's going to get this another golden opportunity because she's never been in a Money in the Bank. So she's going to end up. This is the winner. This is going to be the winner. This is going to be the winner. And we're going to have to live with it. As long as she doesn't touch Rhea Ripley, I am fine. She can fucking goddamn create havoc on SmackDown all she wants. Stay the fuck away from mommy, okay? As Asuka accepts the new belt, she's interrupted not by Bianca Belair, but by the returning of Charlotte Flair. Pearce says he knows what Charlotte is trying to do, but she needs to get in line. Charlotte tells Pearce she doesn't wait in line, she made the line. Charlotte then says no one respects Asuka as much as her. Well, if you respected her, you bitch, you fucking moron, you should have fucking said, you know what, I'm going to let her go over at WrestleMania. Keep her streak alive. But no, you needed another fucking accolade. I don't remember the feud you had with your title reigns. All those title reigns are fucking useless. Please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. The next time you go to your gynecologist, please tell them to take out your IUD. Don't give you any more birth controls. Because let me tell you something. I am praying to the gods that who bestow fucking women with pregnancies. Andrade, please do me a solid. Do your sister a solid. Please fucking knock her up. Please. Please. We will get rid of her for 1.5 years and I will be in peace. But she wants that championship. Of course! Another cute little toy that she wants. Another sparkly fucking trinket that she needs. She doesn't need, I'm sorry. And Charlotte challenges Asuka. Asuka accepts the challenge. Asuka goes to spit mist in Charlotte's face, but Charlotte dodges it and throws Asuka out of the ring. I'm gonna credit this. JD from New York. I'm gonna say Charlotte is Charlotte Money in the Bag or Charlotte in the Bag. Because she doesn't have to do fucking anything. She lost at WrestleMania. Shouldn't that say, you know what? You lost at WrestleMania. That's the big thing, and you lost your title. Now the title is no more. So now you got to start from ground up. But no, she's fucking Charlotte Flair. She is way overrated. Great athlete, horrible fucking goddamn ethics. Anywho, moving on. Paul Heyman goes to Jay's locker room. Heyman says that it was cute what he did earlier. It's good TV, but now he needs Jay's answer. Heyman says, Jay, next week on SmackDown, there will be a triple celebration for Roman being there live. For the new United States champion, Jey Uso, for a public acknowledgement of Jey Uso being the next in line, being the next tribal chief. Jey Uso says he's excited for next week, but he asked Heyman why he looks so excited. Because if Jay's in the bloodline, then Heyman is out. Jay leaves as Heyman once again looks baffled. Ooh, it's getting good. It's getting good. WWE better fucking start coming up with the next big story that's going to possibly bring another 5 years, because these types of stories are 5 years. 5 fucking years. We need to now start getting that next in place, because it's almost getting to all right, we need to have Roman Reigns go away for at least a good year and a half, and have somebody else take his place. I would actually, if I'm booking this, have Roman Reigns lose the title to Cody Rhodes. All of a sudden, you think that Cody Rhodes is going to be a good guy. We're going to because we already have Seth Rollins, so he's the face. Cody Rhodes finally turns properly heel, and he joins Heyman. Simple. It's so simple that my son could probably book these shows. We go to a commercial break. We come back with Baron Corbin and Butch for the next Money in the Bank qualifier match. And we had, before the match start, we had NXT champion Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams sitting ringside. Corbin makes his entrance and says that he hopes that Hayes and Williams are enjoying the show, because he's about to defeat Butch and put on another show at Money in the Bank. Corbin tells them to sit down like the fans they are. The bell rings, and Butch immediately with an enziguri and follows with a tornado DDT. Corbin hits a backbreaker and then lays into Butch with a series of right hands. Butch with another enziguri and goes to grab Corbin's hand, and Butch snaps Corbin's fingers. Corbin holds his hand and hits a big boot. Corbin goes for a chokeslam, but Butch counters with an armbar, and he turns it into a cover by hooking Corbin's legs, which gives Butch the 3 count. Winner is Butch, and he's going on. Gee, I mean, he's from the area. I mean, they're putting so many people that are from the UK in that show. You notice that? So then after the bell, Corbin runs out to confront William and Hayes. A lot of pushing and shoving ensues as Williams and Hayes jump the barricade before WWE officials run out to separate everyone. We go to commercial break. Butch is interviewed backstage. Butch says he's coming home and winning Money in the Bank. Corbin runs up and screams how unfair it was. And then Cameron Grimes proceeds to take out Corbin with a big punch, and the Brawling Brutes laugh at Corbin's misfortune. We have the women's qualifier Money in the Bank, and it's Shotzi versus Io Sky. This was a quick match. The match begins with Bailey causing distraction that allows Sky to hit a drop kick. Shotzi hits a snap suplex. Sky hits a big boot and then hits a stop to Shotzi's arm from the middle rope. Sky goes for a big splash, but Shotzi rolls out of the way. Shotzi hits a bulldog and then a running splash in the corner. Sky rolls out of the ring and Shotzi hits a tope suicida underneath the middle rope. Back in the ring, Shotzi goes on top, but Bailey causes a distraction, allow Sky to hit the uppercut. Shotzi knocks Sky to the mat, and then the ref is distracted and checking on Sky. Bailey shoves Shotzi off the top rope. Sky takes advantage and hits the moonsault and the cover for the 3. So we have 2 members of the Damage Control going to Money in the Bank. So we have Caleb Braxton interviews Austin Theory backstage. Theory says that he was the last to find out about this match tonight. Theory says it's unfair, but he doesn't make excuses, and he will send Jay back to the bloodline as a loser he is. Theory says if Heyman is looking for a new client, he should look into Theory. I'd totally be down for that. We go to commercial break. SmackDown returns with Kevin Owens meeting up with Sami Zayn. Owens mentions the tag team titles and that when Pretty Deadly approaches them backstage, Pretty Deadly say that they want a title shot, and then the Brawling Brutes show up, and then in the OC, the Street Profits and the LWO. Owens screams about everyone getting too close to him, and Adam Pearce shows up to announce a number 1 contenders gauntlet match for the tag team titles, which I thought is called a tag team turmoil, but anyway, that the match is scheduled for tonight. So I'm hoping that this match goes to Money in the Bank. I'm hoping. It's also announced that next week we will have a special edition of the Grayson Waller Effect with special guest Charlotte Flair. So when I watch this, because I'm going out tonight, if I watch this, I may not even watch it. I may just fucking keep tabs on my phone. It just will be so much fucking easier, and it'll be less stress on me. United States Championship match, main event, Austin Theory versus Jey Uso. Our main title match begins with a lockup. Theory locks in a side headlock and then a shoulder tackle. Jey hits a lariat, knock Theory out of the ring, and Jey throws Theory over the announce table. We come back from commercial. Our main event continues with Theory having Jey in a headlock on the mat. Jey escapes and Theory and Jey strikes as the crowd is fully behind Jey. Jey ducks a punch and hits a neck breaker. Jey goes for a corner splash, but Theory sends Jey into the turnbuckle face first. Theory hits a power bomb and covers for 2. Jey hits a super kick and then an enziguri. Jey hits another kick and sends Theory into the referee to knock the ref out. Jey hits a splash and covers, but the ref is unable to make the count. Pretty Deadly run out to the ring to attack Jimmy, but Jimmy Uso runs out to the ring to make the save. Solo Sikoa then runs to attack Jimmy. Solo goes for the Samoan spike, but Jey blocks it. Jimmy goes for a super kick to Solo, but Solo dodges, and Jimmy inadvertently hits Jey. Solo and Jimmy brawl to the outside, and then Theory crawls to make the cover as the ref gets back in the ring to make the 3 count, and Austin Theory retains. What is the Tribal Chief going to say tonight on this loss for Jey Uso? After the match, Paul Heyman comes to stand beside Solo Sikoa as the Usos stare down the 2 from inside the ring. Jey confronts his brother and brings him to his feet. Jey shoves Jimmy, and Jimmy explains to himself before Jey rolls out of the ring in anger. Jey rolls and walks up to Heyman, who apologizes to Jey. The crowd chants no, and Jey walks away. Heyman smirks, Jey walks off, and Heyman tells the phone to call Roman Reigns. I love when that is a really cool feature. You know, he's got the cell phone. Remember when he was back in ECW and ECW and what is it? I'm botching here today. WCW, he had that phone from like Zach Morris type phone. Yes, I just fucking dated myself. Don't go there. I was an avid fucking Saved by the Bell watch. Saturday mornings, it was never failed. Wherever I went, I made sure that I got to watch Saved by the Bell. And I don't fucking feel bad for it. All right, I'm not ashamed of it. We're gonna go to Monday Night Raw, and then we're gonna go to AEW. It's just so much easier. I can get it done. It's like right here, my notes. It's not even funny. So I also want to tell you I'm going to be covering Forbidden Door, All In, All Out, Money in the Bank, everything. It's going to be covered. Don't worry about it. I'm still working on with the Ring of Honor TV. I don't know what I'm doing with that at this point. I have just too much going on in my life right now, and I need to, delegate some stuff. So, but you're going to still see me. Don't worry. It's going to be crazy next weekend because it's a pay-per-view. So don't worry. I got you. And it's going to make my life a lot easier because then I could be able to do this a little bit easier, and it'll be like videos going out and me going live a lot more, so you'll see me more. So Monday Night Raw, things are starting to pick up as we get closer to Money in the Bank. Tonight, Imperium will face against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We also will see who qualifies for the Money in the Bank ladder match as Damian Priest faces Matt Riddle and Cody Rhodes faces The Miz. The updated match card is follows, so we know the match. I'm not going to go into that. Rhea Ripley comes out. Ugh. Mommy comes out. The music plays. She walks to the ring. Anna Pierce unveils the new Women's World Championship and hands it to Ripley. Dominic, Dom, ex-con Dom. Ray's not so baby boy anymore, who runs down to the ring to celebrate with her. He then places the belt around her sexy waist, and then Rhea Ripley gets on the mic and asks Dominic to tell the crowd how amazing she is. Yes, bow down to the real queen, the queen of brutality, the eradicator of Charlotte Flair. Okay. Dominic says the crowd boos are disrespectful to both of them. He says he's always there to support her. Cody Rhodes' theme comes out. Cody says they can talk about Rhea and her legacy, and they could talk about his match with The Miz later tonight. He then watches Dominic slapping him last week and says he wants to talk about that. Cody says it would be nice to hear Brock Lesnar's music, but it doesn't have the courage to face him again. Then he challenges Dominic to a match at Money in the Bank. Dominic says he's not afraid of anyone, and he's embarrassed Cody in the middle of the ring. Cody says it's either a yes or no. Rhea says Dominic is more man than Cody or anyone in this arena. Rhea accepts the challenge. Miz tries to attack Cody from behind, but is punched. Cody sends Miz out of the ring, and Dominic hits him from behind and runs away with Mommy. And that beautiful belt. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes, I had to go take out my New York accent, my Long Island. No, let me tell you something. MJF and that Cordona, I'm from this motherfucker. I'm from Long Island. I have been born and bred in Nassau County, people. I have been living here for not just 1 decade, not just 2 decades, not 3 decades, but 4 fucking decades. I have been here for 41 fucking years. I have been on this earth longer than Matt Cardona, longer than MJF. I am New York. I am Miss Nassau County. Okay. Anywho, let's move on. We go for the first Money in the Bank qualifier match. The match begins and Miz hits a drop kick. Cody sends Miz outside. Oh no, this is not a Money in the Bank. Sorry. Miz hits a dropkick. Cody sends Miz outside. He hits a suicide dive. He sends Miz into the ring and hits a dragon screw. Cody attacks the leg of Miz. Cody attacks the Miz's in the corner. Cody is sent to the apron and dropped on the steel steps. Miz sends Cody into the ring. Miz attacks Cody in the corner. Cody is sent into the post. Miz sent him into the steel steps. Back from commercial break. The Miz attacks Cody in the corner. Cody hits a side effect. Cody hits a power slam on Miz and follows it up with a disaster kick. Cover 1-2 kick out. Miz fights back with the kicks to the chest and follows it with a DDT. Cover 1-2 kick out. Cody escapes the skull crushing finale and hits a Cody cutter. Rhodes then hits a crossroad for the win, and Cody wins, and we move on. Becky Lynch versus Chelsea Green. We come back from commercial break, and Becky's on the mic, and she says she's going to Money in the Bank. She says there is one thing that has eluded her, that is winning Money in the Bank ladder match, but she has a good feeling about this year. She shouldn't be winning it. Nobody should be winning it but somebody that deserves it. She doesn't need it. And let me tell you something. If my fucking premonition, yes, I just pulled a fucking Matt Hardy, or a what is it? Broken Matt Hardy, or Woken Matt Hardy, or whatever. Oh, Jesus Christmas. I'm done with this. Seriously. If Charlotte ends up getting added and she wins, I'm done. I'm done. The women's division will never change. She says the person with that is the number one in the company is the one with the power, and no one holds more power than the winner of the Money in the Bank briefcase. She says she really likes power. She says that she has the power to make the champion scared, and when people get scared, they do dangerous things, and she likes it because it makes her better. Lynch says Trish is so scared that she got herself an insurance policy in Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark's music comes out. Starks says Becky has a list of accomplishments, but she will never beat Trish Stratus. That's going to happen down the road. Becky says she has so many failures, but she has learned from every one of them. She says that she knows that Stark is special in the ring, but she also knows that Stark lacks personality. Stark is pissed and says Becky became famous because someone broke her face, and she is trying to hold on to her fame. She will break her face in Money in the Bank. Becky invites her into the ring to fight. As Zoe approaches the ring, Chelsea Green comes out and she heads to the ring. Chelsea says that she was attacked unprovoked and she didn't fight back because she didn't want a coaster to cost Sonya in the match. Becky says that they've had enough talk, and Chelsea asks Chelsea to get in the ring to fight her. The match begins. Lynch locks down Green with a drop kick. Chelsea sent outside. We go to commercial break. We come back. Green goes to work on Becky. Chelsea slams Becky's face into the turnbuckle. Lynch climbs to the top rope, but stopped. Green is knocked off Lynch with a missile drop kick, sending her to the outside. Becky sends her to the barricade multiple times. She sends Chelsea into the ring. Chelsea goes for a roll-up, but Becky transitions into the disarmor and makes Chelsea tap out for the win. I am actually glad, due to the fact is that she has been on a couple matches. She hasn't broken anything. That's a fucking win. That's a fucking huge accomplishment. Judgment Day is shown backstage. Rhea says Cody will get smacked by Dominic at Money in the Bank. Rhea asks Finn if he's okay, and he asks if he has a lot on his mind. Priest asks Judgment Day not to interfere in the Money in the Bank qualifying match and walks away. Balor looks at him. I liked it when so Rhea was coming. He's like, yeah, you're going to be able to handle Cody. You'll be able, how to handle a nightmare. And then Damian Priest stops and he speaks something in Spanish. I wish somebody would fucking goddamn come to me and tell me what he said. So he says something, and then of course Dominic, being Dom here, he goes and he gives his fucking dick prick, which I can't what is it? I can't resist. And he then gives this like goofy face, and so let's moving on. Qualified match for the Money in the Bank qualifying match, Damian Priest versus Matt Riddle. We come back from commercial break. The match begins with Priest attacks Riddle. He goes for a kick, but Riddle catches him and locks him in the ankle lock. Priest gets to the rope, forcing a break. Riddle with a sleeper hold. Priest, who dives him into the corner. Riddle knocks down Priest. He attacks him in the corner. Priest sent to the outside. Riddle goes for a kick, but is dropped on the apron. Priest is sent flying over the announcer's desk. Riddle sends him into the ring and attacks him in the corner. Priest fights back with a flatliner. He attacks Riddle in the corner. Priest with a backbreaker on Riddle. He then goes to work on Riddle. Riddle fights back and he hits an exploder suplex followed by a Botan. Priest rolls to the outside and Riddle kicks him before diving into him. He sends Priest into the ring with a German suplex. Both men exchange strikes. Priest hits a broken arrow on Riddle. Come back from commercial break. Riddle locks in the ankle lock on Riddle. Riddle transitioned into a sleeper hold. Priest rolls out of it. He hits Riddle with a clothesline. Priest attacks Riddle in the corner. Priest hits a headlock dive on Riddle. Driver on Riddle. Cover 1-2 kick out. Riddle climbs to the top rope but is stopped by Priest. Riddle hits a fisherman suplex from the top rope. Cover 1-2 kick out. Riddle goes for a moonsault, misses. Priest hits a razor's edge for the win, and Damian Priest is going to Money in the Bank. After the match, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser comes out. Priest leaves the ring and asks them to pick the bones. Gunther and Kaiser attack Riddle viciously. Kathy Kelly interviews Cody, who says Rhea accepted because Dominic wouldn't face him. He says Dominic is going to get hurt. He says no one is going to knock him off his path. We come back from commercial break. Byron Saxton interviews Natalya, who says being herself has gotten her nowhere, and maybe it's time now for her to be her. She walks away, and Sami and Kevin walk in. Owens says he was close to beating Gunther, but tonight they have payback. They are interrupted by Imperium. Kaiser says Owens lost against Gunther last week. Sami calms him down and says it took 3 of them to beat Owens. He asks, where is Vinci? Adam interferes and asks what's going on. Sami says everything is fine. Kaiser asks them to put the titles on the line. Owens gets angry and accepts the challenge before storming out. Zayn says they are the undisputed tag team champions and walk away. Gunther asks Pierce to make it happen. Pierce says he will think about it. How do you just think about it? It's going to happen. Just say it's official. Why are you going to do this? This is ridiculous. Bronson Reed versus Ricochet. We go to commercial break and we come back. The match begins with Ricochet attacks him in the corner. Bronson Reed knocks Ricochet down. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out to the ringside. Reed plants Ricochet on the top rope. He then knocks him down again. We come back from commercial break. Ricochet kicks Reed in the head and hits a springboard drop kick, sending him outside. Ricochet with a suicide dive. Ricochet with a crossbody and a springboard moonsault. Cover 1-2 kick out. Reed rolls to the apron. Ricochet knocks him down and goes for a moonsault, but is caught and is sent flying into Nakamura. Reed sends Ricochet into the ring and climbs up to the top rope. Nakamura attacks him and forcing a DQ, so Bronson Reed wins via DQ. After the match, Ricochet and Nakamura argue, and Reed attacks them both from behind. He then climbs to the top rope, but is stopped. Ricochet and Nakamura suplex Reed off the top rope. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are discussing their match. Sami asks Owens recent blow-ups. Owens says it's been months of frustration because of the bloodline, and now they're being interrupted by Imperium. Sami asks if they are good, and they go out there. He asks when he will be great, and he go get some water. So he goes and gets them water. Finn heads out to the ring. Adam Pearce is backstage, and he confirms that Sami Zayn and Owens will defend their titles against Imperium. Ricochet interrupts and says he needs a match against Reed next week. Pearce tells him Bronson is already booked in a match next week against Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura walks in and Ricochet warns him not to interrupt his match again. Balor goes out to the ring. Balor asks Seth to get out here so they can talk. Rollins' music hits and he comes out to the ring. Balor says he beat Roman Reigns on his first night on Raw and even became the first ever Universal Champion. The crowd keeps singing Seth's music. And Balor is not happy. Rollins asks what he wants to say. Balor says the biggest moment of his career became the lowest point of his career. Because of Seth. Balor says the crowd doesn't even know Rollins. Balor says Rollins took everything away from him when he was injured. He then says it's his turn to take Rollins' momentum away from him. He says he's going to take it all away at Money in the Bank. Rollins laughs and says he's laughing because this is Balor he has been waiting for 7 years. He says their match set them on a different trajectory because Balor got better while he got better. And then when he got back, he didn't even have the opportunity to even get back to his spot because they were already fucking legitimately, as soon as Balor, they were already fucking putting Roman Reigns back in there. Didn't even have an opportunity. And that was all fucking Seth's fault. Because he didn't have him in the fucking buckle bomb properly. Rollins laughs and he's laughing because this is Rollins says he's done some bad things over the past 7 years, but he has made memories and moments, and that fans will never forget. He said he was able to do that because he got better every day. He asks the version of Balor it's going to become to London because the bitter version of himself doesn't stand a chance, but Balor that beat him 7 years ago has a chance, and then he walks out to the ring. Legitimately, this was like fucking you blink, it was over. Raquel Rodriguez versus Shayna Baszler. The match starts with Raquel hits a fallaway slam on Shayna. She does it again. Shayna rolls out of the ring. Raquel sends her back in the ring. Shayna knocks her down. Shayna goes to work on Raquel. Raquel hits her with a clothesline, then hits her twist and senton. Ronda distracts Raquel, allowing Shayna to roll her up for the win. Winner, Baszler. Eric versus Chad Gable. The match starts with Chad Gable takes down Eric. Eric knocks down Gable, hits a diamond headbutt. Valhalla goes to attack Maxine, but she takes her down. Gable with a roll up for the win. Gable wins. Balor is talking to JD McDonough. Priest walks in. Balor congratulates Priest and also congratulates him. Balor asks Priest to cash in on him if he wins Money in the Bank. Priest says he has his word, and he was a fool to even ask. Balor should keep his word too. He then asks Balor to end this feud with Rollins at Money in the Bank. Main event time. WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Imperium Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. We come back from commercial break. Kathy Kelly interviews Seth Rollins, who says he's prepared for Balor. He asks if Balor's prepared for him because he will lose his mind after he wins at Money in the Bank. He opens he issues an open challenge next week on Raw if he can get through because he's going to be facing fucking goddamn Braun Breaker. Seriously, no joke, and he's going to be in NXT. The match starts with Sami Zayn and Gunther in the ring. Gunther with an uppercut to Zayn. Gunther with a side headlock takedown. Gunther is sent outside. Zayn dives onto Gunther. We go back from commercial break. Kaiser knocks down Zayn, comes back in the ring, arm drag. Sami with an elbow off the top rope. Cover 1-2 kick out. Sami goes out and Owens hits a senton on Kaiser. He then hits a moonsault on Kaiser, hits a clothesline and a senton. Gunther tags in and knocks down Zayn. Kaiser tags in and attacks Zayn, sending him out to the ring. Gunther slams Zayn on the apron. We come back from a commercial break. Sammy with a sunset flip power bomb on Kaiser. Both men tag out. Owens Gunter with attacks Gunter and hits a clothesline and a senton. He then hits an exploder suplex. Owens with a super kick. He then hits a cannonball and climbs to the top rope. Owens with a swanton bomb. Cover 1-2 kick out. Owens goes for a stunner, but Gunter kicks him in the face. Both men tag out. Zayn hits an exploder on Kaiser. Gunter pulls him out and tries to chop him, but catches the post. Zayn goes for a blue thunder bomb, but Kaiser counters and slams him. He tags out. Gunter hits a lariat cover 1-2 kick out. Gunter with another clothesline on Sammy, cover 1-2 kick out. Imperium hit the Imperium bomb, cover 1-2 kick out. All right, we come back from a break. Sammy fights on top of Ludwig. Sammy with a sunset bomb. Okay, I read that. Sorry. Owens drops Gunter and hits a senton. Owens with a big exploder into the corner. Kaiser runs in, but Owens drops him. Then super kicks Gunter. Owens with a corner cannonball. Owens goes to the top and hits a swanton bomb on Gunter for a 2. Kaiser distracts Owens, allowing Gunter to roll him up for a 2. Gunter blocks a stunner, then hits a big back body drop on Owens. Sammy and Ludwig tag in. Sammy with a exploder into the turnbuckle. Sammy calls for a Ludwig kick, but Gunter pulls him onto the floor. Sammy sends Gunter into the ring post, and ring post hits off a counter. Sammy comes back, but Kaiser blocks a blue thunder bomb and hits an enziguri. Kaiser with a big DDT. Gunter tags in and Kaiser decks Sammy, then knocks Owens off the apron. Imperium double team Sammy and the European uppercut. Kaiser with a suicide dive on Owens onto the floor. Gunter with a slingshot lariat on Sammy for a 2. Gunter punches Sammy some more with hits another clothesline for a 2 count. Gunter puts Sammy on his shoulders, and they hit a double team Imperium bomb. Kaiser covers Sammy for a 2 and 2 as Owens rushes to shove Gunter into the pin to break it up. Fans chant, "This is awesome!" And now Gunter and Owens brawl at ringside now, and Owens is sent into the ring post face first. Matt Riddle comes out, and the officials trying to hold him back. Riddle breaks free and hits Gunter with a big boot. Owens runs up. Gunter runs up and drops Gunter on the ramp with a DDT. Kaiser hits from the ring. He turns back around to Sammy. Kaiser swings, but Sammy ducks and comes right back with a blue thunder bomb for the win. Winner is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to retain the title. My back is killing me. I tapped the wrong fucking thing. Sorry. Dynamite. Preview. Best of AEW. Shit. Don't tell me I don't have that. I'm going to have to go do something else. Right. Beautiful. Sorry, my tablet is one slow motherfucker. All right, Rampage was inhaling from Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs, California. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Sorry. We start off with the trios match: Bandito, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Ray Phoenix versus Big Bill, Ethan Page, and Lee Moriarty. This match was signed before Page's contract was under control of Matt Hardy, said Excalibur. Ray Phoenix connected with a dropkick to Ethan Page. All ego Ethan Page backed up and tagged out to Lee Moriarty. Bandito grabbed a tag and he and Lee traded strikes. Bandito took down Lee with a tornillo. What a pace, said Jim Ross. Big Bill and Penta El Zero Miedo squared off. Penta chopped down a choke slam attempt from Big Bill. Penta El Zero Miedo kicked at Big Bill's quad. Big Bill charged at Penta, but Penta ducked by sending Big Bill crashing over the top rope. Penta tried a tope, but Big Bill countered with a massive right hand. Bandito took flight, but Big Bill's strength was too overwhelming. Big Bill caught Bandito in the chin with a big boot. Ethan Page tagged in and power slammed Bandito for a near fall. That was really good cover, said Jim Ross. The Lucha Brothers worked together to deliver stereo thrust kicks to Big Bill. Penta smashed Page with made in Japan for a 2 count. Page walked the tightrope and punted Page in the face. Phoenix dished out a cutter to Moriarty. The Lucha Brothers hit Fear Factor on the apron on Moriarty. The Hardy Boys and Brother Zay walked onto the ramp. Jeff Hardy says he gave Ethan Page 2 good luck gifts. Jeff encouraged Page to use them, so Ethan reluctantly rolled up his Jeff Hardy style sleeves, but he was doing so. Bandito served up 21 plex and pinned Ethan Page. Powerhouse Hobbs with QTV versus Caleb Crush. Hobbs clubbed Caleb with a running lariat. Hobbs is looking to make an impression here tonight ahead of debut of Collision, said Excalibur. Hobbs planted Caleb with a spinebuster and pinned him. Powerhouse Hobbs with June 17th circled on his calendar, added Excalibur. Renee Paquette was backstage with TNT champion Wardlow and Arn Anderson. Arn, Brock will be fine. He's a tough kid. He's a tough man. Christian, you and your giant lizard, you decided you'd send me a message. You made one mistake. You should have finished it. What goes around comes around. Wardlow, when you disrespect Wardlow and Arn Anderson, it comes at a cost. This Wednesday, I have an open challenge with a man I'm very familiar with. I'm going to have to beat Jake Hager one more time. And once that's done, Christian and Luchasaurus, your days are numbered. The Acclaim, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster and Daddy Ass versus the Spanish Announced Project, Angelico, Luther, and Serpentico. Wow, I feel bad for Angelico because Jack Evans can't even get back into the country at this point. Angelico and Anthony Bowens began the match with their respective teams. Bowens used mind games to lure Angelico. Angelico is not a competitor that you can afford to take lightly, said Excalibur. Bowens hits a dropkick to Angelico. Serpentico tags himself in. The Acclaim used tandem offense on Serpentico. Caster used an atomic drop and then a Manhattan drop. Bowens dropped the Sesame Timbers on Angelico. Serpentico entered the fray and ate a right hand from Daddy Ass. Luther jumped in and Daddy Ass clobbered him with repeated shots. Bowens nailed Luther with a rival. Caster took to the skies and finished Luther off with a mic drop, good for a pin. On the ramp, Renee Paquette introduced Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, and Jay Lethal. Sanjay Dutt and Sadamad Singh, the fucking Motley Crew. Oh my God, this is terrible. I hope this is not on Collision. I hope this is better be on Rampage and Rampage alone. Karen, I heard AEW Dramatic Diva is in the building. And she started something last week that I'm here to finish right now. So, Aubrey Edwards, get your butt out here right now. Mark Briscoe and Aubrey Edwards walked onto the ramp. Aubrey, look, Karen, despite my best efforts, AEW will not sanction a match between you and me. If you if you're in catering or I catch you interfering in one of your husband's matches, I'm going to kick your ass. Mark, simmer down, Karen, Jarrett, Aubrey. I had some conversations with important men in high places, and you're correct. They won't sanction a match between you and Karen, but the good news, they will sanction some mixed tag team action. Let me be more specific, some mixed trios tag team action. Sanjay Dutt said he had Jeff and Karen Jarrett and Jay Lethal, but that's left Mark and Ari short one person. Mark Briscoe and Aubrey Edwards revealed that Papa Briscoe as their third team member. And I am praying to God now this is on fucking Rampage. It is a missable fucking goddamn match. Seriously. Main event time. AEW World Championship #1 contender match. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Mercedes Martinez, Nyla Rose, and Sky Blue. The winner will face AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm next week on Dynamite. Sheeta came to the ring to watch Baker's back. Marina Shafir with Nyla Rose. Mercedes delivered big right hands to Nyla. Marina jumped in, but Sheeta saw enough, cracking Shafir with the kendo stick. Sky Blue attempted a thrust kick on Nyla Rose, but the Native Beast countered with a clothesline. Nyla climbed to the top rope, but Britt Baker shoved her off. Britt caught Mercedes with a sling blade. Sky Blue and Britt Baker traded forearms. Sky connected with a thrust kick. Britt rolled up Mercedes and transitioned to the lockjaw. Nyla broke up Baker, and Blue teamed up with nailed Nyla with stereo thrust kicks. Mercedes staggered Nyla with a knee strike and followed up with a back body drop. Suplex. Baker curb stopped Nyla, Mercedes, and Britt brawled outside, and the ring. Meanwhile, Sky Blue came in and connected with a Code Blue on Nyla and pinned her. And you know what? I'm kind of shocked. She's giving kindly. I think because of, she's got to give back. She's got to give back. She was a women's champion, which that's another situation I'm not going to get myself into. I'm shutting my mouth on, because if I don't, I'm going to get fucking taken down here. So, that is that. So, Dynamite was coming from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to get you out of here, and then I'm going to get ready to go out. And I only have about an hour to do with about less than an hour. So I'm going to be like racing like you wouldn't believe. Seriously. Jesus Christ. I hate this tablet. Thank you. AEW World Championship title eliminator match. AEW World Champion MJF versus Adam Cole. If Adam Cole wins tonight, on Dynamite, he will receive a title shot at AEW, at the AEW World Championship, said Excalibur. They lock up. MJF knocked down Cole with a shoulder tackle. Cole went for a thrust kick, but MJF dodged it and went outside the ring to create some distance. Back in the ring, MJF stomped a mud hole in Cole. Adam Cole pulled down MJF and gave MJF a taste of his own medicine. MJF yanked Cole's arm on a arm wringer snap. MJF smelled blood in the water and went to work on Cole's arm. MJF applied a top wrist lock. MJF drove Cole's shoulder first into the canvas. MJF followed up with a pump handle slam with a half good for a near fall on the challenger. Cole rocked MJF with a super kick. MJF was bleeding from the mouth. Adam Cole hit a backstabber for a 2 count on the world champion. Cole was looking for a Panama Sunrise, but MJF had it scouted. MJF tried for a heat seeker, but Cole was coming and countered with a shoulder breaker. Cole hoisted up MJF and dropped him on his knee, and in the process, Cole's knee buckled. MJF was going to pile drive Cole on the apron, but Cole fought out of it. Cole was going for the Panama Sunrise on the apron, but MJF countered it with a running apron tombstone. MJF rolled onto the arena floor, clutching his knee. Both men are giving their all, said Tony Schiavone. MJF landed a rolling elbow strike. Cole fired back with a super kick. MJF clocked Cole with an explosive lariat out of desperation. MJF locked in salt to the earth armbar. Cole rolled through, and the transition to the ankle lock. MJF escaped and captured both Cole's arms. Lucky Cole reached the bottom rope with his foot, forcing the ref to break the hold. MJF connected with a heat seeker for a 2 count. MJF cleared off the timekeeper's table. MJF smashed Adam Cole with an elbow drop from off the top turnbuckle and down through the timekeeper's table. The point of MJ's elbow came down on the inside of Adam Cole's elbow and said Excalibur. Cole lunged forward and rolled back into the ring just in time. Cole lured MJF onto the apron and landed a super kick. Cole followed up with a straightjacket German suplex on the apron. Cole had MJF in position for the Panama Sunrise, but MJF collapsed to the mat. MJF may have been playing possum as he double stomped Cole's arm. Cole rolled up MJF, but MJF escaped and inadvertently collided with the referee. As the referee was down, MJF grabbed his world title, tossed it to Adam Cole. MJF wanted the ref to think Cole would hit him with the belt, a la Eddie Guerrero. So Cole would get disqualified, but the ref didn't get up. Cole seized the opportunity and cracked MJF in the head with the belt. Cole lowered the boom with a knee strike, but MJF kicked out at 2. Fans chanted, "Fight forever, fight forever." And that will be coming out on the 29th of this month. MJF obscured the ref's vision and hit a Cole with a low blow. MJF put on his dynamite diamond ring. He was about to drill Adam Cole with it when the referee prevented MJF from using it. Cole plastered MJF with a super kick and then a Panama Sunrise, and then lower the boom. Cole covered MJF, and the referee was making the count. And time expired. Justin Roberts announced that the match was a draw. Adam Cole gets on the mic. 5 more minutes. Look at the fans. They wanted, said Tony Schiavone. MJF slid out of the ring, taking his championship with him. With 1 second left, MJF repelled Adam Cole in his world championship elimination match. There was a video package on CM Punk. I won't know what I'm going to do or say until I have a microphone in my hand. I have a lot of things to get off my chest. So that's going to be a 30-minute fucking, situation here. Renee Paquette interviews Sammy Guevara in the ring. It's Sammy. It's been one hell of a ride these past few months with the announcement of my wife being pregnant, which, if you guys didn't know, we're having a girl. Cody Rhodes times 2 here. To experience some of the lowest lows by coming this close to being world champion and falling short. I have to make some tough decisions and I have to make some changes here in AEW. Darby Allin made his way to the ring with the microphone. Darby, Sammy, I mean this guy, when I say it, congratulations on the baby girl. But I want to talk about Double or Nothing. I don't know if you heard the people, but it sounds like they're starting to love you again. But I got a question. Are you going to stand on your own 2 feet or live in the shadow of JAS? You don't have to answer my question right now, Sammy, but I think I know the answer. Chris Jericho walked onto the ramp holding his baseball bat. Jericho doesn't look happy right now, said Taz. Jericho entered the ring. He told Darby to stand back. Sammy, the whole 3 months you were chasing MJF for the world championship, you never called me not once. Your mentor, the guy who made you a star. If you had asked Chris Jericho for help, you'd be standing right here now as the AEW world champion. Sammy, it's funny because if you called me, you wouldn't have had lost to Cole twice. Jericho, maybe you are having some delusion of grandeur from your brush with the main event a few weeks ago, so I'm going to give you a chance to apologize to me right now. Sammy, I'm not apologizing for shit. Jericho, maybe we need to reunite Les Sex Gods. next week and have a tag match, and you can remember who's your boss, who your boss is. Darby, you can call yourself a wizard, but when you step into the ring, the magic is gone. Jericho, maybe Sammy and I should beat the living hell out of you right now. Darby, I'm not really alone. Sting walked to the ring with his baseball bat. It's getting obnoxious. Can we tell Tony Schiavone just to take it down a couple of octaves, please? And you're gonna know why I said that. Jericho and Sting had a stare down. Jericho pointed to his bat at Sting, but Sting pushed it aside. Sting held up his baseball bat to Jericho's face, but Jericho batted it away. Jericho thought discretion was better part of valor and left the ring. We had Sonata, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, issued an open challenge for the Forbidden Door on June 25th. Who will accept it? 8-man tag match. Mogul Embassy, Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, The Gates of Anarchy, Toa Leona, and Khan versus Sting, Darby Allin, International Champion Orange Cassidy, and Keith Lee. I can't believe it. We didn't start off Dynamite with an Orange Cassidy match. Thanks, praise Jesus. Sting connected with two Stinger splashes on Swerve. Brian Cage tripped up Sting, pulled him by the ankles from the outside the ring. Gates of Anarchy hurled Darby at Brian Cage, and Cage caught Darby with and power bombed him. Daniel Garcia was watching the match on the monitor backstage. Swerve was looking for a JML driver, but Darby reversed it. Darby came over the top with a stunner and then tagged Keith Lee. Lee cleaned house on the Gates of Anarchy and fired a big elbow strike on Brian Cage. Orange Cassidy tried for the orange punch, but Cage intercepted it. Darby blasted Cage with a shotgun dropkick. Sting knocked Khan to the ground with a massive strike. Toa splashed Sting in the corner and with a running splash. This is insanity, said Taz. Sting took down Cage with a clothesline after an assistance from Orange Cassidy. Sting finished off Cage with a scorpion death drop and pinned him. God, I love pro wrestling, said Tony Schiavone. So this guy, Cage, just resigned, and you're going to have him get pinned by Sting. Make it make sense, Tony. Make it make sense. Boy, Renee was busy last night, on Wednesday night. Renee Paquette interviewed the Guns backstage. We're the best tag team in AEW, and we're the best brother tag team in AEW. And we would say that they're too extreme, but that's why next week, Dynamite, we're challenging the Hardys. I'm hoping that they join the Bullet Club Gold, Black and Gold, or Gold, whatever it is. TNT Championship match, Wardlow versus Arn Anderson. Hager ambushed Wardlow as Wardlow made his entrance. Hager looking to gain an early advantage, and boy did he ever, said Excalibur. Wardlow charging out of the corner with a clothesline and then a released German suplex. This is a rubber match between Wardlow and Jake, noted Excalibur. Matt Menard and Angela Parker walked down to the ring. Arn Anderson stopped them in their tracks long enough for Brock Anderson to run down to even up the odds. Wardlow sent Hager spilling to the outside with a clothesline. Wardlow smashed Hager with a senton off the top. Wardlow pins Hager after a powerbomb symphony. That was an impressive win right there over a very impressive challenger, said Taz. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus appeared on the screen. Cage, a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite, you issued an open challenge to Luchasaurus. We accept your open challenge on Collision this Saturday. But you're going to do it when your new daddy. But what are you going to do when your new daddy isn't there to help you? And they attacked Arn Anderson. Luchasaurus was holding battered, bloodied Arn Anderson. Wardlow sprinted out of the ring and to the back. NJPW Master of the Century, Hiroshi Tanahashi, had a message. Tanahashi, MJF, as long as you're champion, that belt won't shine like it should. Last year at Forbidden Door, I came this close to beating Moxley for the AEW title. So this year, Forbidden Door, MJF faced me one-on-one. So we go backstage. MJF receiving medical attention when he was approached by Renee Paquette. Renee, it's been made official. It's going to be you against Tanahashi at Forbidden Door. MJF, come again? Yeah, actually, I'm going to say no to that one. I don't feel like giving a world title shot to some rando from a rinky-dink indie fed in Japan. And as far as Tony Khan booking me for matches, I wouldn't be the first time I no-showed for something. Somebody booked me for. Somebody booked me for. Tanahashi, sorry, no can do, bud. Renee Paquette interviewed the international champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Renee, what does the future hold for Orange Cassidy? Orange, yeah, you probably know now that how this works. Probably right now, about now, somebody's going to walk in and challenge me. Zach Sabergino, hello, mate. You mentioned my name a few weeks ago at the media scrum. Well, I might be the first ever New Japan World Television Champion, but next Sunday is Forbidden Door. Isn't it, darling? Daniel Garcia interrupted. Garcia, you don't even work here. Jesus. Lightning, but the idea of being a double champion sounds great to me. Where's your boy Shibata at? Orange. He'll be here next week. So how about you two guys fight me and Shibata next week on Dynamite? See you guys there. AEW World Women's Championship match: Tony Storm versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue hammered the champion. Sky connected with a diamond crossbody press for a 2 count. Storm went for a hip attack, but Sky had scouted and then retaliated with a hip attack of her own. Sky's Blue Mother was sitting in the front row. Tony and Ruby saw her and sprayed paint in her face. Sky jumped out with a tope suicida. Tony and on Ruby and Tony. Sky needs to stay focused here and not think about her mom. And Tony Schiavone. Blue connected with a kick to Storm. Tony grabbed a handful of tights and pulled Sky throat first in through the ropes. Ruby passed a can of spray paint to Tony. The ref was distracted dealing with Ruby, but before Tony could use the spray paint, Sky Blue had a can of her own and sprayed it in Tony's eyes. Sky rocked Tony with a code blue. Ruby jumped on the apron to distract Sky. When Sky Blue turned back around, Tony nailed Sky with Storm Zero for a near fall. Tony locked in the Texas Cloverleaf, and Sky had no choice but to tap out. Tony and Ruby continued to beat down Sky after the match until Willow Nightingale sprinted down to the ring to come to the aid of Sky Blue. Renee Paquette was backstage with Jungle Hook. I would like to know where fucking Marvez is. Alex Marvez, please. Give me Alex. I need him. Seriously. Jack Perry, the summer of Jungle Hook is in full swing, but I am going to be honest, I'm starting to feel a little naked standing here next to Hook without a championship of my own. Now I'm going to win a title this year. I mean it. So that is why right now I'm officially accepting Sonata's open challenge for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. The guy isn't even a heavyweight. This doesn't make sense. Oh my God. You're going to give fucking Jungle Boy a fucking goddamn title match. My God, fucking the great, not the great Muda. What is it? What is it? His name? Antonio Inoki and all the greats from New Japan are probably rolling over in their fucking tombs, fucking saying Jungle Boy is challenging for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. I feel the earth move from Japan. Renee Hook, do you have a reaction to that? Jack Perry, I will actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about this. It's all came up so quick. After I win this thing, I'll go back to Jungle Hook. But besides being my tag team partner, you're my best friend. It would mean the world to me if you had my back and be in my corner at Forbidden Door. Hook looked at Jack Perry and fist bumped him. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, goes to the commentary booth, and we have a trios match. The Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta versus the Young Bucks, Hangman Adam Page, the Young Bucks, Nick Jackson. I hate that fucking name. Seriously. Mox and Paige went right at it, and then the Bucks and Yuta and Claudio brawled. The Elite went the BCC sent the BCC packing with super kicks. Paige connected with a shooting star press to the floor on Yuta. Matt Jackson tagged in, but Max turned him around and began stomping him. Matt speared Matt speared Mox and grounded pound him. Nick Jackson tagged in and came off the top with a crossbody on Mox. Moxley nailed Hangman with a tope suicida. Matt Jackson jumped over the top with a crossbody on Mox and Claudio. Mox connected with a King Kong lariat and a gut style pile driver on Nick Jackson for a 2 count. Mox scoop slammed Nick Jackson. Paige tagged in and cleaned house on Yuta. And Claudio Hangman tossed Yuta with a fallaway slam. Paige sent Yuta into the corner with a powerbomb into the waiting kicks of the Bucks. Matt Jackson tagged in and used an locomotion Northern Lights suplex on Wheeler Yuta. Claudio hoisted up Matt Jackson, and Mox jumped off the top rope with Doomsday device. I think Mr. Cross is going to have to say something to that. Mox locked in a real naked choke on Matt. Nick Jackson saved his brother with a senton. Claudio choke slammed Matt Jackson. Claudio sent Yuta flying with a rocket launcher, but Matt raised his knees up. The Bucks had a super kick party for all 3 members of the BCC. The Bucks sandwiched Wheeler with a BTE trigger, and then Hangman finished over the buckshot lariat and pinned Paige. Paige pinned Yuta. What a match, said Tony Schiavone. Claudio and Moxley jumped back into the ring. They didn't take the loss lightly. The BCC beat down Paige and the Bucks. Eddie Kingston's music hit. Eddie Kingston returned. Eddie Kingston sprinted to the ring and grounded and pounded Claudio. Matt Jackson began to take the boots to Moxley, but Kingston pulled away. Moxley got into Eddie's face. I have a feeling they're going to team up. Eddie's going to team up, and then they're going to do a double turn. Takesha sprinted out to the ring and hit Eddie Kingston from behind. What the hell is going on here? Asked Taz. Kenny Omega ran to the ring and had face off with Takesha. They traded shots in the center of the ring. Omega nailed Takesha with a Snapdragon suplex. The BCC were taken out by the super kicks from Paige and the Bucks. Will Ospreay jumped out of the nowhere and connected with a kick to Omega's face. My God, where did he come from? Asked Schiavone. Ospreay is making a statement here tonight ahead at a Forbidden Door at the expense of Kenny Omega, said Excalibur. So, tonight for Rampage is going to be held there. They taped it after Dynamite. So, that is it. So, tomorrow night they're going to be coming from the win. They're going to be inhaling from for next week, the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois, but they're going to be at the United Center tomorrow night for Collision. So I'm going to be adding Collision next week. That's for $296. So that is that. There wasn't there. They had an interview with CM Punk where you can read it on ESPN. You can go to basically, you can get everything what's going on with the Forbidden Door. And we're on the road to Money in the Bank. So that is basically it. And I'm getting out of here because I'm going to go get dressed. Not dressed. I'm going to go take a shower, get ready, do my hair, and put makeup on. And I'm going to go out. And I'm going to enjoy my life. That's what I think you all need to all do as well. Thank you for being here, and if you're not here live, you're going to be here when the replay and everything like that. But if you're here after the replay, please do me a favor, check out the rest of my content on my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for all of notifications. Please hit my social media. Go to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat, Mel'S Mat Chat. Please do me a favor and go check out my Facebook page as well. You can follow me there. Also, please do me a favor. Go check out harrys.com. Go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com. Go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Go check out Death Wish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. And go check out House of Glory tonight on premiere. I think it's 8 o'clock tonight. I'm not going to be here, so I'll probably be able to watch it some other time. But I want everybody to have a great Father's Day weekend. Please do me a favor. If you're going to be traveling, please be safe and drink responsibly. Also, please just enjoy having your father. You know, I have my father in Florida, and it kind of sucks on Father's Day, especially with the loss of my mother. But September is going to be coming quick, and I'll be able to see him, and we're going to celebrate my son's 18th birthday, and that is it. But glad for you joining me, and remember, next week, little programming note, episode 296 will be on Friday. Sunday morning, I'm going to be going live at 10 a.m. for the Forbidden Door preview and predictions. And then I'm going to go live right after the Forbidden Door. So that is going to be it. We're going to have, it's very simple. It's one fucking God. Thank you. Praise Jesus that it's one. But again, reach me out on Twitter and everything else. Have a great Father's Day weekend. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Check you later. Bye.